Well, hello everyone.
Hi,
Welcome
hi,
on
hi, hi, hi.
in.
Hello, hello, hello.
We're
Welcome
here.
to Just Gaming Tingz. We're here. We're here. We're live. We're
We
doing
are.
things.
We're here. We're doing it.
Just 1 second, actually. Jam, do you want to start us off?
Yes. Let's see. Well, we are Just Gaming Things, and we're the Just Gaming Thing podcast. We bring you an all career perspective on video games, gaming news, and nerdy stuff every Saturday here live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Just Gaming Things at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and sometimes up on the next day. But you'll get it when you get it, and you'll love it because we love you.
Love that.
And I am Jam, and I am joined by the wonderful Koga. Hi, Koga.
Hello, everybody.
Well, hello.
And the wonderful Spin.
Well, hello there.
And we're just here clowning around per usual.
You know, just the mail sabotaging me in the start of the podcast.
Of course.
Just
Right?
Oof.
You know, maybe we should continue to not start directly on time.
maybe the real strategy was showing up 15 minutes late with Starbucks all along.
Maybe. We
And
were so
that's the
proud.
tea. And that's the tea, you know? That's the tea.
We really were. We were like, oh my god, we did that. We're starting on time for the first time like ever. And
Look
then
at
it's
us
like,
not
oops,
being
bye.
clowns. And then, well, in your defense, the mail said, I'm going to show up and clown today. So,
I got my clown letter from Clown University in the mail, and it said it's clowning time.
yes. Okay, so let's get into our first story.
Let's do it.
And speaking of clowns, okay, everybody, clowns are out here at Target causing problems. Target has stopped selling Pokemon cards, citing safety concerns. Because people are out here fighting over Pokemon cards, sneaking into the back of stores, clownery. And it's over Pokemon cards. And I love Pokemon, but really, it's 2021. Let's calm down.
It's 2021 and that Charizard costs more money than ever. Gotta get it.
Yeah, the old Charizard, not the new one.
If there's a new one?
I'm sure there's a new Charizard card out there.
I know the old one still goes like quite a bit. It's always
I
been
get
that way.
because
Also,
they
like-
redesigned. They do what? Oh,
Hello, dogs.
hold on.
I actually do have an old Charizard card. I really need to like look into it and see like what's going on with it and if I could potentially sell it for good money.
Oh yeah,
like-
sell it and then just sit on the money.
Right, it's just like this like whole big like Pokemon boom in like this past year has been just absolutely wild, and like I get it because like I love Pokemon. I've loved Pokemon this whole time, but like to be like a grown ass adult and like go into a store and harass employees and cause trouble and like harass other customers so much that you make it so that they literally can't sell Pokemon cards in store anymore out of fear of like threats to their safety. Like that's just too much. It's Pokemon cards. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I guess those started going up ever since COVID became a thing, and some people started collecting or just trying to like sell them off and things like that. Because I mean, it's been around.
Yeah.
It's just that now it's like I'm just seeing like people on my feed just like doing packs, a lot more videos on YouTube and things like that. But yeah, it's not worth fighting over. But I can't say I'm
Right.
surprised. I mean, I don't know. Like I had to go to this in like 6th grade, and yeah, they're adults now. But like Pokemon cards got banned from my school because they were fighting. I was not fighting. They were like fighting over it. Like someone came and had a Charizard and it got stolen. And right then they were like fighting like next to the lockers and everything. And they got banned from school.
oh
And
my
so-
god.
Yeah,
I'm like,
It was wild.
yeah. it was probably, I don't know, that was like the best year of Pokemon for me. Not because of that, it's just that everybody was into it at the time, and then they messed it up. So I mean, now with the pandemic being and people are trying to, either they're into it because they like the game or they're just trying to get money. I can't say that I'm surprised, but I would have hoped that this wouldn't have became a case to where it's like, okay, now they can't sell at the stores because now it's a safety issue.
Right.
It's not that serious.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of this like new wave of like this Pokemon frenzy, it's like part people just like getting back into the cards again, and I don't listen. I'll blame anything that I can on Logan Paul, but I listen. And if I have an opportunity to blame something on Logan Paul, I will. So I'm gonna blame this on Logan Paul.
Not Logan Paul.
What do you do now?
Because like he was the one that kind of like,
he exists. That's the problem.
started this like whole wave of like people having to get Pokemon cards like as content. And now I feel like a lot of this it's like part people who are genuinely interested in Pokemon and part people who are doing it for content and doing it to get rare cards and sell them. And like that's like the two sides of this and like why it is like so huge and out of control right now. And it's
he started?
Yeah. That's like what he's doing now.
I mean, I can't blame him for that. That's kind of ingenious, but
yeah, I mean, I'd rather he be doing that than like God, the other shit he used to do, but like, damn. Like, he's ruining Pokemon for everybody.
I mean, I wouldn't say it would be him. It's just that, unfortunately, you have people who are, like, taking it farther than it needs to be. Unless he's done something, like, directly to encourage that or something. But, I mean, yeah, it's like ever since people just for the past few months have been trying to create content, and they're just, like, y'all doing a little bit way too much. Play gacha games like the rest of us and swallowing your sorrows.
No, nobody beat anybody up out the front of a store over a gacha game because it's all digital.
Right. They're trying to like beat up whoever they can because they get shafted and like I want a refund. Like that's not how that works.
Like it's literally random.
I hate it.
Yeah, we were just actually like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The thing that people don't realize is like this is gonna be the same thing that happened kind of sort of the last time Pokemon cards were this big, right? Like, I get it. There are cards that definitely like, the Charizards of the world end up being very popular and very like worth a lot of money. Mm-hmm. But it's just gonna be just like Beanie Babies and Pokemon cards the first time. The majority of them, no one's gonna care, even if it's the holographic. In terms of like wanting to sell it, like I get collecting them because Pokemon cards are cool and the art that they do, especially now, is very, very cool. It's just kind of like I don't see the point in fighting over it. Like you'll find a card eventually. Just go buy the card you need. Like they had already started limiting the sales.
Right, so people couldn't just like buy up like, a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I feel like we saw this happen like really recently with like the Pop Funkos because like everybody and their mom like had like a bunch of them. I have a bunch of them. And like now they're like starting to become less popular and like people are just like sitting on like 400 billion of these things and it's like like the people who like got into it purely to sell them are just like sitting on a bunch of them and it's like well what are we gonna do now,
Yeah, so, it's kind of wild.
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely potential for that to happen with Pokemon cards like again. I mean, I don't doubt that like they're gonna continue to be popular, but like everything happens in cycles,
Yeah, it does. You have this boom and bust of collector's items. It's like things, especially if they stick around, right? Like if Pokemon cards had kind of gone away, I think they wouldn't. Like those cards would still kind of be those big collector item things, but like they're still making new cards and selling them, so they'll go in this boom and bust of things. And Pokemon Go is probably the big reason that Pokemon cards are even really becoming so big again, because people weren't even paying attention to Pokemon as much, even though like I played every Pokemon game, but Pokemon Go got a lot of people who either didn't know about Pokemon or who had kind of left it behind after a couple generations to come back into the game. So
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It's just like such a combination of factors. It's like Pokemon Go happened, and then like the 25th anniversary of Pokemon this year, and like they're doing all kinds of like 25th anniversary events and like new games, and it's like a big like perfect storm of like everything all at once, and it's just created this environment that just like can be incredibly hostile. And like it's just so
definitely true.
It's so wild to think about. Like, people are really out here like harassing people, and it's literally cards. Like, I in the article that we found on it, I read a little bit further down, and like literally, like, they cannot keep Pokemon cards in stock. Like, it's people just buy them up instantly, and like even there's this this service that authenticates cards, and will, like, when you're trying to sell them, so they'll like, you send them the card and they'll like kind of give it a grade, like out of like what quality it is, and they they had to stop accepting Pokemon cards for now, like because they're so backed up, because people are trying to sell them, they're trying to get them graded to sell. So like they stopped in April, and like they're still trying to like get caught up, and there's like a statement from them here that says like they may be able to come back in July to accepting new orders again, but like it's literally going to take them months to catch up.
That's wild.
Because of how many people are getting these cards just to turn around and sell them. That's so wild to me. Like, it's just so like, just like the confluence of events just all together.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully they don't ruin it for like Walmart and other stores that may still carry it, unless they stop carrying them too. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm sure that they're carrying them, but they probably are doing the same thing. They probably had started limiting them, because a lot of the stores that sell them had started limiting purchases. I think Target is a little bit more proactive in protecting its like employees and staff, than Walmart is. So that's probably partly why they were like, okay, we're just going to pull them off the shelves completely.
Right.
So it's crazy.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Right.
Do we want to go ahead and get into our next story? I can go ahead and start us off for this one.
Yes.
All right. We might not have too much to say about this, but I had to include this because I saw the reveal of the 2 new controllers for the PS5, the Midnight Black and Cosmic Red PS5 DualSense controllers. And I don't know when I'm getting a PS5. Like, nobody knows when they're getting a PS5. They're like out of stock everywhere, but like all I know is that like I'm updating my sexuality to attracted to men, non-binary people, and this red controller, because this controller is so pretty.
I love it. They are very nice.
Yes, the crimson red one, I really like it.
Yeah, the crimson red like looks amazing with the like blue light around the. It's like peak. It's amazing. They really did that with the design of that controller.
Yeah, and it's like, it's to the point where it's like, I literally have no idea when I will ever get a PS5, but these new controllers are coming out, I think, next month, and I was like, should I just get a controller ahead of time? Should I just get this?
They're gonna like
controller?
sell out of these controllers, and people won't have time to use them with.
I mean, you can use it on PC at least. They come out June 11th.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's less than a month from now. They're gonna.
I forgot about that. You can use it on PC. That's
for
fair.
For $69.99.
But pretty.
It's all that new haptic. It's all those new haptics with those triggers that break. But we're not gonna talk about that.
But pretty red.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous. But like,
that's not $70.
Like, look. It's like, why are controllers still so expensive? That's almost a fourth of the console.
Yeah, that is weird. But like, if you want to get like a second controller to play with people, you literally have to basically like cough up like a fifth of the console's cost.
It's almost
just
a
not
fifth
playing
of the
with nobody.
cost.
Yeah.
A good thing I play alone.
Right.
Right.
So basically, this is an intervention for me, to convince me not to buy this red controller before I will ever get a PlayStation 5.
Like, honestly, they should just start bundling this with some of the, because I just don't get it. Like, I just don't see how you can, like, I can't say anything. Like, I have a Xbox Elite controller, which is like way too expensive for its own good, but it's amazing. But it had like the you could swap out things, the extra triggers on the back. Like, the extra cost was like somewhat warranted. It wasn't needed to be nearly as expensive as it was, but I also bought it 4 years after I bought my console. So like, you know, I had kind of recouped the cost of like my Xbox One, but this is kind of, these look great. I'm not gonna knock them. They look amazing, and I've heard great things about the PS5 controller. So like, I can't really be mad at it. And they want to make money. I get it, but like, people are gonna be buying these. They can't get the console.
It's
right.
me. I'm people. I'm probably gonna wait to get a PS5 literally until Final Fantasy 16 comes out. But I literally just want this controller because it's so pretty.
Then you might not want to wait that long, because who knows? Final Fantasy 16 might take until the PS6 to come out. Actually, you know how Final Fantasy is.
Yeah. I mean, heck, Final Fantasy 15. It was originally versus 13, and that took 10 years, and it was still kind of incomplete when it came out. I don't know.
But you know, they're gonna do like a special edition, maybe with like fancy things. And I'm gonna want that too.
I mean, yeah, with that big ass box the PlayStation 5 is, they got enough room for some designs on it. So if they don't, that's gonna be a very missed opportunity.
True.
Oh my god, it'll be like a permanent like fixture in the house. Be like, this is my couch, and this is my table, and this is my PS5 box. Oh my god. But yeah, I just wanted to look at these controllers for a little bit. That's nice. That's all.
They look nice.
Appreciate it, because they are
cost
beautiful.
too much for me. I like the way it looks, but costs too much money for me. Like 70. I can't do that. Like
I'm waiting for somebody to build like a dumbed down version of it. They're like, it's, you know, made by some off-brand company, but you know, it'll only work for about 2 months, but it costs like $15.
Not that. Oh my god. But yeah, that was basically all my thoughts on it. Coco, did you want to get into our next story?
Yeah.
Sure. So Destiny 2 crossplay accidentally went live earlier this week. I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. It should be off now. It was supposed to be turned off yesterday, so don't try to turn it on and be surprised if it doesn't have it. But there was a Season of Splicer update that came out, and some of the players noticed that there was an option for Windows, PC, and Xbox, and PC and Stadia to be able to play in Crucible on online matches with each other. Nothing on PlayStation. That doesn't mean that it's not coming in the future. Who knows? It's just that it accidentally came out. And so we have one of the developers said, we are seeing reports that players are able to get a sneak peek at crossplay. This isn't meant to be live yet and is not a representation of our full experience. We will be implementing a fix to remove public access later this week, but in the meantime, feel free to partake. So I'm not sure how well it has worked, but it is a game that I know they've mentioned wanting to do crossplay at some point. So I'm not, outside of it probably being Sony, I'm not sure what else it could have been that would have taken it so long. Because, you know, last week we talked about like how Sony has been about crossplay and charging, you know, companies for it to be crossplay, and that has kind of been an issue. I know recently they said that they're more on board, but I haven't seen too much of that this generation yet. But I do like that this game is going to get crossplay. I don't really play Destiny 2. Unfortunately, I'm still like back at the beginning where people will tell you, wait till you get to Forsaken and it's gonna get good. But I gotta go through this other stuff that isn't. But for people who play it, it's great because now more people can play together, and it has a healthy player base to begin with. It's just that now it's not like, well, I have this version, I can't play on this version with my friends because it's the same game. It's ridiculous. So it's great to see it coming. Don't know when yet, but unfortunately, yeah, you might have already missed out on the opportunity to play this.
Yeah, that's just that's just so wild to me that like your entire crossplay just like leaks. Just oops, the crossplay's up. Well, like how does that happen?
I think that it's probably just that they were planning to test it because it's supposed to come out in the next season of the game. And they probably were putting in the back door for when they say, okay, we're going to like allow a testing period, and then forgot to hit the one switch that turned that off. So then people saw it and were like, oh, okay. Because I think like in the article, and from what I've seen, like, so this is like season 14, which is the season of Splicer. But then the next season in Destiny 2 is supposed to be the one that brings in play, which is a couple months from now. So it should be interesting. I think they had already been testing it, and that's probably what was happening. And then they just, as much as, you know, sometimes it seems like it should be easy, it literally was probably someone forgot to delete a line of code.
Yeah, that's all it takes is like one
or comment it out.
One open parentheses and it's all over.
Yep. But I think this is good. Like I think Destiny kind of needs this. Like, and like Koga said, like it was such a big game, and then it kind of fell flat. But then once you got past a certain part, the game really picked up. And I think adding in making a player base, the combined player base bigger, right, is I think can only be good for the game.
Right.
Especially for Stadia players.
Yeah.
That's not me trying to like make fun of Stadia players. It's just that I know that one is about like the smallest amount of people playing. So now they'll have more people to play with as well instead of on their platform.
Yeah, which then benefits. Yeah, it benefits. Like I said, it benefits everyone. Like crossplay is good for the consumer and good for the gamer, and I think that's the big thing. And so seeing this happen, it is a little disheartening to not see like PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 in that list of consoles, but they probably were already testing it between PC and Xbox because they have a similar base level platform, right? And Stadia and PC already have a similar base level platform, so they were probably just testing, and that's where they were going to test it. And then PlayStation would get added in later, probably. But let's hope.
Yeah, that does make sense because I know they have mentioned that Destiny 2 at some point was coming to Game Pass on PC, but not right now because I know it is on console. So it obviously would have made a bit more sense than they maybe wanted to like eventually test that out with that. But I mean, I would hope that it comes to PlayStation. Hopefully, Sony is being on board with that because there's no reason for them not to be. So hopefully, if they aren't, I'm okay with them just saying, all right, well, we're just doing that over here. But hopefully it comes to, PS4, PS5, and everybody can just, play online together because, why not? Like, it's kind of, hopefully within a few years, we don't have to, like, be surprised or be like, so when can we play this together? Like, I'm hoping that this generation is the generation where it's like, we don't have
to. Where crossplay is out the gate.
Right.
Yeah. I'm hoping that is the case.
I hope so too. Like, I just feel like as long as you can do this, like, why not just do it at the start rather than making it like a thing that comes like so much later? I mean, I get that I think the hard thing, especially with shooters, I think Sony's been resistant. I think the hard thing is especially with games that are shooters, like the hard thing that we dealt with for a long time with shooters on PC and console is that the frame rate on console is lower than the frame rate on PC. And so it's always hindered that ability to have like crossplay and certain things like that because you can just do certain things faster on a PC that you can't do on a console. But now that I think, and I would say sometimes, not always, but like I know that's sometimes been, or maybe it's the other way around.
Yeah, because that's the thing on consoles
have it easier, right, or something like that. So you just have that issue where it's like, aiming is hard on a controller for some people, and
Yeah.
so then it's harder to get shots and things like that. So other crossplay games are a little bit easier to deal with because the mechanics aren't like kind of so different.
Right.
And so I get why there's been that slow progression towards this, but now with just like with the fact that the console player base is so large, the majority of people who are going to be playing together are probably going to be on console anyways, right? So you don't have that much of that loss in kind of fidelity or whatever that they would consider. But I hope that like this new generation of console lends itself to like this just being a thing out the gate for most games, as opposed to like us having to say, okay, the game's out now, give us like a year to 2 years to figure out when we're gonna like let you be able to play with someone who's on a different platform than you.
Right. Yeah, because like, go ahead.
Yeah, because I can understand it from a controller standpoint, because I know, like, if you're playing on a mouse and keyboard, that's, like, that movement is kind of, like, way different than controller. Normally, it's either an option or people who are playing on PC. If you're playing on a controller, you can play with people on console. So I know that's something that allows that. I know, like, Call of Duty does that. I don't know. I wouldn't know if frame rate is as much of an issue, because that's a thing on console as well. Like, Destiny 2 on consoles run from, like, 30 to 120 frames per second on last gen and this gen that they all play together. So I'm not exactly sure how much that may be an effect, but I know like when it comes down to controls and just making sure, people are at least able to have an option, then that works. They also need to make sure that all of them has like some type of anti-cheat, because a lot of people on PC do be cheating. And that messes things up bad.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen like any of that on like Halo too much. I haven't looked, but like Call of Duty it is, but I've never like signed in and it was like some anti-cheat thing comes up. So unfortunately, if you want to do crossplay with PC, you're gonna have to do anti-cheat, because people be ruining it for everybody.
Right. Yeah. Okay, that does make sense. That definitely makes sense.
That's fair.
I am hopeful though that like with this next console generation, like things like crossplay will be easier, because like basically like the new consoles are like little PCs now. Like there's not that much of a like a difference anymore. So I think it's going to be easier to do that in the future. Just like be like, here's the game, crossplay, we're doing it, it's a thing, So that has me hopeful. That has me hopeful for the future.
Agreed.
But yeah.
Give me it.
Please. But yeah, actually, speaking of people on PC exploiting things to cheat.
Speaking of cheaters,
Fall Guys is back in the news again.
Oop, not this.
And this is goofy. Like, I'm straight up kidding. This is goofy behavior. Because basically what happened with Fall Guys is they recently leaked their whole source code on Steam, just on accident. The developers of Fall Guys did. And what really cracked me up about this story was that the folder that these files were in, is the title of the folder is literally called "Back Up This Folder, but Don't Ship It With Your Game."
Clown behavior, if there ever was such a thing. It's so funny. Like, you seriously just sent out the code after you're already trying to figure out how to deal with cheaters in your game. And you're like, here's the source code for the game. Cheat away.
Have fun.
Do what you will.
It's literally just, like, so mind-blowing to me. It's like, the folder is literally called "Back Up This Folder, but Don't Ship It With Your Game." I'm yelling. I understand, like, shit happens, but, like, the Fall Guys has already had, like, such a huge problem with cheaters, like, since its inception, and, like, pretty much I know, like, I dropped off of it in a big way in Season 1 because of all the hackers. Like, you literally could not go a single match without, like, 10 hackers. And, like, and then they implemented, like, a bunch of anti-cheat stuff, and they were just, like, I feel like, basically, they weren't prepared for how popular the game was going to be. Honestly, like, because there was the whole situation, like, with all the servers crashing all the time, and then, like... And then all the cheating stuff happened, and they were, like, scrambling to make sure that everything was good to go, and, like, people wouldn't be able to cheat anymore. And then, there was, like, the whole situation with, like, when they rolled out squads, like, squads were broken. Like, stuff is constantly happening with Fall Guys, I feel like. And it sucks, because, like, I love playing it. Like, it's really fun for me. I've recently
such a fun game to play.
Yeah, I've gotten back into it, like, especially in Season 4, because, like, I love a lot of the new levels in Season 4, and, like, the new outfits in Season 4 are really fun. But, like, if Fall Guys is gonna have, like, a big problem with cheaters again, that's gonna be so upsetting, because, like, I'm just like, no, I just got back into it. I'm just sincerely hoping that we're not going to have, like, another epidemic of cheaters everywhere in Fall Guys.
Yeah.
Like, please.
That's the problem with, and it's just such a hard thing with competitive games, right? It's just like, when you cheat in a game that's not competitive, like, it's not as detrimental, but, like, I don't understand, like, cheating literally ruins the game for everyone else. And I think that's the thing that's just so weird to me, especially, like, like, Fall Guys, I just really don't even get it. Like, it's not even really that competitive as, like of a game in terms of just, like, it's literally just, like, let me be my clumsy self, but in a digital space so I don't hurt myself. Like, you know? And so I just kind of, I'm, like, very confused by the fact that people refuse to just, like, let people have that fun, and why there's this need to, like, cheat, especially now with, like, we were talking about this before the podcast, so, like, it's easier to get the crowns now, right? So you don't have to win to do some of the to buy stuff with crowns, right? So you get more just by playing the game in the battle pass system. So, like, why is it that there's this, like, incessant need to cheat in games, like, especially like this one?
Yeah, like, that's
I just don't get it.
So mind-blowing.
It's not an esport game, you know?
Right, it's Fall Guys. The game where we're all little beans and we're falling around. Like, you want to cheat in that game? Like, I was talking about this with everybody, like, before the podcast, and it's just like, I've literally never won a game of Fall Guys in my life. I don't know if I ever will. But I get crowns literally so often because of the, like, just from leveling up. Like, they have, like, every few levels there's, like, 3 crowns. I have Amazon Prime, and I have that linked to the account. So, like, every new, like, Amazon Prime outfit, I get crowns with that. Like, there are so many ways to get crowns now. Like, you literally don't have to hack. you don't have to get the thing that signifies winning, right? Like, you just get them by playing. Right.
How many crowns do they get by winning compared to just playing?
You get one crown per win.
So hold on, wait a minute. So you get crowns like everybody else, and then you win, you get an extra crown.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing, yeah. So, like, the game has a currency, like a coin currency that you get, like, by leveling up and playing the game, and then as you level up, you get these, like, rewards in their battle pass system. But it used to just be like, oh, you would get a skin or something, and then you could use your coins, or if you won enough games, you could use your crowns to purchase certain things that were, like, considered rare. But they realized that it was very difficult to win enough games sometimes to get some of those rare items, so they put more of the crowns in the battle pass system. So as you level up, you get crowns. Ooh, dogs. Upset.
They're upset about the hackers too, and who can blame them?
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you literally, you get so many crowns by leveling up that, like, there's not even... You get 1 crown by winning. So many of these outfits are, like, 10 crowns. And you get 1 crown by winning. And it takes, like, so long. You have to go through, like, every round. And it's just, like... That just doesn't even... I feel like you're just, like, sapping the enjoyment out of the game for yourself, too. Because you're just, like, floating up all over the game. Just, like... And, like... You don't get to play the game. And you've also ruined it for everyone else. So, like, what is the point? Like, I'm just, like... You know?
Are all the things you can buy, is it all just cosmetics?
Yeah, it's like cosmetics, and like nameplates. So like everybody has like a username, like nameplate that has like a subtitle and a background, and you can get those too. You can also get emotes. So like they'll do like little like motions, like there's like a wave one and like a chicken dance one, and like there's different there's different emotes that you can also get with like the in-game currencies, but it's mostly just outfits. It's literally people spending all that time and effort to hack the game to get outfits. Clownery.
Yeah. Which most of them you can buy with just the currency. You don't even have to have crowns to buy all of them. I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's literally easier to just play the game. So I'm really hoping that this time there's not like a huge outbreak of cheaters like there was in season 1, because I feel like that totally like ruined the game for me. I dropped off of it for so long because of that.
The same. I got back into it eventually, but not to the way I was in the original, like at first.
Right. I'm hoping.
Hopefully they manage to do something to where it's not like it gets like that. Has there been like issues since of hacking? That has it gone back up since the source code got leaked?
This was just like yesterday. So I haven't logged in since yesterday. But I will definitely do that like throughout the week, and I can report back on the next podcast. Because like this is literally like this just happened. There's like a tweet about it literally yesterday.
When I play.
But yeah,
I'll probably play later.
Yeah, so we'll keep you updated next week. But yeah, as far as other games that I've gotten back into recently that I'm excited about, this one's purely just for me because y'all don't even play Final Fantasy 14. But I'm just...
It's so true because Ruby's not here to like
Ruby doesn't
be happy
play
with
anymore
it. Like,
either.
I'm happy for... Oh no.
Yeah, Ruby didn't renew their subscription.
Oh.
They
So
said not for me.
It's literally just me, but I'm just... Dex in our chat is here with us in spirit to celebrate the Final Fantasy news. Thank you, Dex.
Thanks, Dex.
Yelling at my second monitor for you. I'm screaming. But yeah, so much stuff got announced in the Final Fantasy XIV Fan Festival. We don't have to spend too much time on it because it's literally just going to be me screaming. But we do have like a vague generalized release date for Endwalker. It's going to be sometime in November. There is going to be a collector's edition, which, again, y'all have to talk me out of buying. Please don't let me buy this. It's probably so much money. I don't know exactly how much money.
Collector's edition of what? A game that's been out for like ever? Like
Yeah,
Final Fantasy XIV's been out forever.
It's Endwalker, and it's got figurine with it. I know, I'm a clown.
No, sir. No, sir. Puts on clown makeup, buys it anyway.
Putting on my clown makeup. Oh my god. But yeah, it's gonna be November 23rd. Thanks so much for that, Dex in our chat. Yeah, this fall 2021, we've got a new class, the Reaper class. It looks to be a melee situation. You have a cool scythe. They showed in the trailer for it, the Reaper kind of like summoning a spirit to attack like with them. So I think that's gonna be so fun. I can't wait to do Reaper Tingz, just Reaper Tingz, and be run around with my little Lala, with my big ass scythe, just like ready to cut people's ankles out from under them. There's this new.
Honestly, maybe I need to play this because that sounds like something I would like to do.
Yes.
Just like,
Yes.
Right.
Come with me. Come to Final Fantasy.
and I've been saying this. You can ask our other friends. I've been saying I'm going to play this game forever, and I keep putting it off because Final Fantasy is not my zhuzh.
I know.
It's not my zhuzh, and I want to try it. It looks fun, but every time I get into it, I'm just like, I played Final Fantasy 1 through 7, didn't enjoy them, and then so I stopped. And every time I see one, I'm like, this looks like it could be fun. I pick it up and start, and I'm like, you know what? I don't like this still.
Yeah.
But everyone's playing 14, so I'm like, my friends are playing. Maybe I'll enjoy it because they're playing with me.
Yeah, you can run around with us. And be
As long as you don't get paired up with a mage who's supposed to be healing and it's like tossing rocks instead. I've had that happen before.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God,
what are
yeah.
you doing?
Oh no, not that.
Yeah, and then like one just ran into the boss fight, and the rest was just sitting. And I had to find the picture. It was me, and I was the tank, and there was other DPS, and we were just sitting out because then we got like locked out, and we were just like, they really just ran in there before we just talked to each other. And I took a picture of this. I have to find it somewhere. It's on my Facebook somewhere.
The healer?
I'm just like, yeah, the healer and the other DPS ran in there, and I'm the tank, and the other DPS, we're just like sitting on the outside, and we can't go in. Because like after a certain point, it like closed it off for some reason. I'm not sure if this has changed. Because this was like a few years ago, and I'm just like, so now we gotta wait for them to like get bodied, and they're just instead of just dying as you probably should,
like,
they're just fighting their little heart out. So like I don't know, a few minutes later,
you hate to see it.
they finally died. And I'm like, I hope y'all learn to not do this again.
Oh my goodness. Well, Finn, I'm very excited for you.
I'm so excited. There's more stuff that I'm excited for. There's this new whale mount. What's it called? In the Mog Station, the Lunar Whale Mount. It's an 8-person mount. It's the first 8-person mount. So you can get you and 7 of your girlies, get on this big whale, and go all around. And I kind of want it. It looks so cool. It looks like a spaceship and a whale spaceship. It's so cool.
Not gonna lie, I kind of love the idea of a whale spaceship.
That sounds pretty cool.
That sounds pretty iconic.
And being able to just like tote around all your buddies, just like we're going places.
Spaceship Wars.
Yeah.
I want to see Spaceship Wars.
Yes, because like I have the other whale mount, but it's only a 2-seater. You can only take one of your girlies out, and fly around on a whale. But now, all of your girlies.
Okay, this whale looks iconic. Iconic.
I'm living for this. But the thing, we did get a new a new extended trailer. It's like 6 minutes long, that showed a little preview of one of the new regions, and everything just looks so beautiful. Like all of the cinematics, just like but it's like all of that. But the one thing that is literally my entire Twitter timeline, just front to bottom, like top to bottom, front to back, everybody is pooping their pants over male Vieira. So the race of characters in this game that used to be, you could only be a female Vieira, you could only be a female bunny girl. You can now be a bunny boy, and everybody is just losing their shit. Like, this is all I've seen anybody talk about literally for the past 24 hours. Like, oh my god, you can finally be a male Vieira. Oh.
That's kind of amazing. Like honestly, all of these things sound amazing and kind of make me want to like participate. So maybe we will.
Oh.
Maybe we'll do it.
We wait for the debut of Jam in
We
14.
wait for the. I'm gonna be a bunny boy, of course.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And I watched the trailer. The bunny boy like has a cute crop top as like his basic outfit, and he's adorable. So,
yes. Yes. It's crop top season.
Yes. I have been thinking about making an alt on another server to play with other friends. Should I make him bunny boy? Because I was thinking about making another Lala, because, like, I love being a tiny little potato, running around, living my life, being cute, looking adorable in all the outfits. But, also I could be a bunny boy. Maybe.
The bunny boy sounds iconic. I think maybe you should.
Maybe so.
Maybe so.
Because I've already had the experience of being an adorable little potato. And I can always have that experience on my main account. But what if I was a bunny boy?
There you go. Yep.
I'm genuinely thinking of it.
I support it.
Oh my god. But yeah, I know y'all literally don't play, but is there anything in here that like that you're just like, ooh, maybe?
Like, truly, the bunny boy and the whale are, like, iconic and makes me want to play. I don't know if I will, but it makes me want to.
I'll take you around for a ride on my whale.
Maybe that's the hook to get me in. You take me on a ride on a whale.
Right.
I think I'm gonna get it. I think I have to. I think it's required. And just like because I'm a Lala, I look so funny on the whales too. Like I'm just like this big on this big old whale. It's so fun. So
The Reaper looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I definitely want to see Rail Wars.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. Suffice to say, I'm excited. I'm ready.
Oh, but it does look like it looks like a good update, and it is exciting that the new expansion will be like coming. Like they've given a date for that, so like this is very exciting. Like as much as like I give Final Fantasy a hard time, like they build good games. They look fun. They look. And this update looks to be continuing what everyone enjoys so much about Final Fantasy XIV. So I am excited for it to happen. Like, I like that, we have them continuing to provide content through games like this and not letting it just kind of say, okay, well, we made an online game, but we're not going to continue supporting it.
Right.
And you can play. But they're like, oh no, we'll keep giving you like big expansions and big updates and giving you a lot. So I think that's good. So and like I said, it looks good. It looks interesting. So hopefully it continues.
Well, this is what I'm excited about. But I want to know what y'all are excited about. What have you been playing lately? What games have been in your life? You want to start, Jim?
More Village. More Village.
Okay,
I
no
just
spoilers.
love all of it.
But I want to hear all about it.
I just think that they took everything that was great about Final Fantasy VII. Sorry, Resident Evil 7, and everything that I loved about the campy weirdness of Resident Evil 4, and put them into the same game.
Ooh.
And it's just like so great. Like the battling it looks fun and like it's fun and it's active and it just feels good. Like I liked Resident Evil 7. Like I really liked Resident Evil 7. I know some people didn't, some people did. I really liked it. I thought it was a great entry into the series and really took the game to where it's going in the future. And they took 8 and said, okay, let's combine it with like a past way of feeling about it, and it just works very well in my opinion. So I love it. It's amazing. It's iconic. If you like Resident Evil, you should 100% play this game. Let's see, Hitman, playing that, and just kind of living my life. Gonna play some Fall Guys today, probably. See if there are any more cheaters now that Source Code has been released.
Jan, let's do it. Let's play together.
Yes. Hit me up. We should do that.
It's set. Fall Guys. Sometime after the pod, we're doing it.
Yes.
Yeah, Koga,
what about you, Koga?
Still, of course, Dokkan. Of course, they're still doing their what celebration was it? Well, I don't remember what the heck it was called, but it's in conjunction with the Goku Day celebration, which was Goku Day was last week. It's May the 9th. So that's actually still been going very well. I played a little bit of Sound Voltex, of course. I played I don't know how this name just jumbles me up. Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. Okay, so there's the beta. There's a closed beta. Started yesterday. I say closed because if you have Xbox Insider, you can get in. So it's like they call it closed, but it's not really that closed. I don't know. I started playing that yesterday. It's kind of fun. I'm probably going to have to play with some more to understand like how go about things. Because at one point I kind of got stuck and I thought I was doing something wrong, but no, someone else in the chat was saying the same thing. It was like, it might be a bug. You had to, like, it was this meter that had to go up, and then you had to, I guess, fight off some enemies to have this big enemy show up. And I'm like, I spent maybe like 10 minutes. I'm like, nothing's really happening. I'm like, am I doing this right? Am I messing up? It was no, but I do want to probably play it a little bit more because now I have access to the options. I guess I'm not sure if like when you first turn the game on, you can't access the options. So I'm not sure like if it's like right you get to the point where you can move around or something. You can. So I was stuck playing at whatever stock settings it gave me. That game needed some anti-aliasing. Luckily, there's an option for that because I'm like, it's jaggy a little bit. So I did mess around with that. So I'll probably play it again with all that up in there and look and see exactly what like other like missions and whatnot they have you do and quests and whatnot. The game is, I'm pretty sure it's going to be free because Phantasy Star Online 2 is free. I've never played a Phantasy Star Online game before yesterday, so I just trying to figure all this stuff out. But it seems pretty cool, especially for it being a free game. There's a lot of people who are playing it, so there's definitely an active community. But yeah, I think the beta ends this tomorrow night about 9 Central Time, I think. But that's all I've been playing this week thus far.
Nice.
How about yourself, Spin?
I have been actually doing quite a bit of Fall Guys. I actually there was an outfit in the store the other day. It was like it's like a Power Ranger outfit. It's called the Star Ranger, and I got the top part of it, but I had to like work up I had to save up to get the bottom part, and I finally got the bottom part, and so now I'm living my full Power Ranger fantasy. First queer Power Ranger. Look at me go.
Love a Power Ranger fantasy. Love a Power Ranger fantasy.
I'm loving it. I really hope they come out with more of them in different colors because they're just red right now. So I really want more in different colors. I think that would be so cute.
Oh, that would be great.
But yeah, that's been really fun. Lately, actually yesterday on stream, me, aka Linblend, played the first of the Famicom Detective Club games for the Switch. I started...
Ooh, how was that?
Yeah, I started The Missing Heir. That was so fun. Like, I'm about a quarter of the way through the game. There's 4 chapters. I looked it up. But, like, the first one, I did the first chapter, and it was just, like, kind of setting up the story. And basically, the gist of, like, what I got so far was it kind of introduced all of the players in the story. Like, here's this lady who died mysteriously, here's all the possible suspects, and then there's, like, the kicker that, like, there's this big, like, legend in this village that when the head of this family is like dies like wrongfully, they will come back from the grave and kill whoever killed them. So there's a possibility that this girl could come back as a zombie. I don't know if that's where the game's going, but I'm just like I'm out here just like team Miss Kiku zombie. Like, yes Kiku, come back, become a zombie, help me solve the case.
I kind of love that.
But I had
I
so much
kind
fun
of love
with
the idea of that. Oh, that's good.
I had so much fun.
Yeah.
And like that was also to just like talk about stream stuff for a little bit. That was also the debut of my VTuber, my drag VTuber Lynblend.
I love it. I absolutely love that you did that. It's so iconic.
Oh, thank you. But it's been so much fun, and I'm so excited for the next Lynblend stream. I'm already like, I want to do another one. But yeah, I'm so excited for that, and like the game, I'm really excited about the game so far. I definitely want to play both of them. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to as far as gaming. I can since like we're talking about streaming, I can kind of talk about stream stuff. I can go ahead and start with that. You can find these adventures and more at twitch.tv/spinblend. I'm also on Twitter and TikTok, also at spinblend. And I make soap at Spin Soap Cafe. spinsoapcafe.com is the URL for the shop. Next time y'all will see me will probably be Monday. I'm not going to be an anime drag queen this time. I'll just be me. But I don't know. I think I'm cute. It's cool.
I agree. You're cute. You're cute.
Mm-hmm.
But
Definitely.
yeah, y'all are too sweet. But yeah, we'll probably be doing shiny hunting or Animal Crossing, something along those lines. We'll figure it out. What about you, Koga?
You can find me here on the tweeters at Koga_Jangles. Tomorrow I do want to do Sega Saturn, almost at Saturday. Sundays, it'll be either between 8 or 10. It depends on how I feel because I did just get my second dose of the COVID vaccine. Hopefully that goes well. My left arm is getting a little there, but if it's not like some major, I'll probably doing that tomorrow. I was considering doing like a replay through of Resident Evil 7, but then I remembered like the boat part, and I don't know, that part sucks. And I'm like, I don't know. No, about that part. But because I do need to play Village at some point. I'm waiting to see how it works with Vorpex, but I don't think that's going to give me the results I want, so I might just have to suck it up and play the regular version. Which, I mean, I still want to. It's just, I'm going to have a hard time getting over that this game is not in VR. Oh my god, that still sucks. But, should be, if not tomorrow, then Monday or Tuesday. And I'll be playing something. How about yourself, Jam?
You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram at jam_5899, complaining about graduate school, talking about vaccines, being an anti-capitalist, being me on the internet. And then, yeah.
Love that. Thanks so much for joining us for this episode of
Yes,
Gaming
thanks for joining us,
Tingz.
everybody.
We really appreciate it.
Love you guys.
Love y'all. Next time, we'll probably, me and Ruby will probably do a stream on Thursday. We usually do. But we'll keep y'all updated when that happens. But thanks so much for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, everyone.
Yes, enjoy your weekend, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.